give? How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the wrist I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you want till when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of a distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You gonna Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the wrist I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Wynn looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Wynn. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He'll return it from the 6.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Check. Hey, alert 3.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, pick your game up. Say.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's coming. We got double up. What? Check. Check 26.
Here's Jackson to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
It's caught by Mike Evans. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 74 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 27, Jackson. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the team...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And Robinson with a big catch. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jackson.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 1st down, Boyce. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Boyce. And an alley to run. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wynn into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, it's complete to Robinson.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, and nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears get a bit closer. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking downfield for Godwin, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 67 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check safety, check safety. Check the backer, check the backer.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This is caught by Robinson. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Win. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
31's the mic. Come on.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Check it out. Tight dog.
Jackson from the shotgun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Break. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, exit.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
5.
Throwing on first down. Win. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how?
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now it's Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away. And it's intercepted at the goal line. snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw. Win. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Jones. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Switch. Jump up. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Boyce. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll keep it on the ground. Boyce. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears cut into that lead. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they're going to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. They'll go with Jones. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On the set. General West. 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Win. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake. Win. Looking downfield for that's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10. Win. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Hey, Haywood.
Operating from the gun. Win. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Matt Gay now for the Bucs field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen. And you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow. Now Jackson. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for Chicago. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Win. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Win. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Buccaneers field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Rush in. Rush in.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Now Jackson on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who have gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
High 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
He's crossing. He's checking.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Ready. Recon, 132 fighter.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Five.
Following the fumble recovery. Win. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. One receiver left is Hilton. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Win. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work.
And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
45, 45. Off. 45.
To throw is Jackson. To throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken. Taken by the kicking team. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's fielded at the 34. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Blue draw corkers. Hey, orbit. Snap.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milks. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs and hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking the real phone.